some ideas of unleaded for myself. I can't speak for you guys, but taking baths. I love bubble baths, or not bubble baths, Epsom salt baths. That's one of mine, and I love relaxing and just taking a few minutes whenever I get home to sit in the car by myself listening to music, de-stressing, taking some time away from the work day so I can go into my home. I've had a couple clients who started doing this, and they said taking 10, 15, 20 minutes just sitting in their car in their garage has made a huge difference by the way that they are when they go inside of their house and the energy they have for their kids and their partners. Another one of mine is reading. I try to read for about 10 to 15 minutes a night. I'm not the most avid reader, but I know that it's something that benefits me, and I like being lost in that world for that short period of time, but then it puts me right to sleep, so I'm out after that. Let's see, what are some other ones? In between my sessions, I take a few minutes to sift through my sand and run my fingers through it, and that regulates me and helps soothe me and relax my mind so I can exit the thoughts that I'm going through from the last session, so I can be neutral and start thinking about my thoughts for my next session. Sitting in front of my figurines, I use these a lot in my sand. Let's see, some of my mid-grade. These are things that, again, I can do a little bit more frequently than unleaded, but not quite premium. It's not something that I can do all the time. Snowboarding, one of my favorite things. I could probably go hiking a lot more, but the areas that I like to hike in are a little bit of a drive, so it uses a little bit more resources to get there. So I don't do that as much. But snowboarding in the winter season, and going to the lake during the summer season, the lake, hanging out with friends, family. Those are some, depending on what we're doing. Hanging out with friends and family is unleaded for me, but depending on what we're doing with friends and family, whether we're going to Hurricane Harbor or we're just relaxing at my friend's pool, that one can definitely be mid-grade for me. So there's all sorts of different ideas. Some ideas from my clients. I've had clients that love their skincare routine, so every night doing their skincare routine. I have other clients that go on daily walks every morning before it gets too hot outside, like they're out there at like 5, 6 a.m. And that's a consistent thing for them. Going to the gym, exercise is a huge one. I know many people who incorporate some kind of exercise, and I think that one is a huge resource. Whether it be stretching, yoga, going to the gym, cardio, going for a run. Let's see, what are some other ones that my clients do? I have a couple clients that like to window shop. I have a lot of clients that like to window shop, so that's one of theirs. Clients like to get their nails done, they like to get their hair done. I think those are some of the most common ones, but again, you can see how those are gonna be a little bit more mid-grade, because those take resources to give back to you. It's not something that you can do every day. And I think that's what I like to compare the difference between unleaded, mid-grade, and premium. So ones that unleaded you can do all day, every day if you could. Things that are free, things that don't take extra resources, like sitting on your front porch or back porch, going to the park down the street, listening to music, reading. And then the mid-grade ones are ones that take a little bit more resources from you. So going to the gym, having to drive to Sedona or up north to hike, even driving somewhere in the valley to hike, taking yourself to lunch, going window shopping, those use a little bit of resources while they're still putting back into you. And then premium, I have some clients that like to do massages, and I have some clients that like to do weekend getaways, go camping, all sorts of different things. The thing about self-care, though, that I hear a lot is a lot of clients say spending time with my kids is self-care, spending time with my partner is self-care. Yes, it does add to you. We love it. We love spending time with our loved ones. But the thing about that is yes, you're putting into you, but you're also putting into them. And so you're expending a lot of resources while you're taking resources, so you kind of neutral out sometimes. And so we want to make sure that some of our self-care, actually a lot of our self-care, doesn't need to be all of it, but a lot of our self-care are things that we do just us. Things that we are doing just to soak up for us. So you'll notice that the things that I mentioned are things that you wouldn't necessarily do with someone else. You can. Reading to your kids at night, love doing that. But sometimes you gotta read for you too. It's not just about reading. Get lost in your own stories that maybe your kids aren't getting lost in. Help your kids get lost in their stories, go get lost in your own, right? I have a client who used to only like to do things with their partner, and I challenged them to go hiking on their own, and they absolutely loved it, and it became their weekly thing where they would have some times where they would go with their partner, but every week, once a week, they went by themselves, and they found it very grounding and very fulfilling, and it energized them, and they felt like they were a better partner when they took some of that time to do things by themselves. So that's the thing about self-care, is it's something that is just filling your soul. It's something that is just taking care of you. It's not about taking care of others, because then we're putting wear and tear on our car when we're going from point A to point B. This is something where you are neutral, parked, taking care of yourself. When you're at a gas station, you're not driving anywhere. When you're at the mechanic, you're not driving anywhere. You're servicing yourself. You're servicing your body. I hope those gave you some examples and some ideas about different ways that you can take care of yourself and your body, and different ways that So I'm hoping that some of this gave you, or I'm hoping that some of these things gave you some ideas on some things that you can do for yourself, and understanding the importance of taking care of your body, your vessel, so you can give more to everyone else around you. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments, leave some feedback, and I'll definitely be willing to, If you have any questions or comments, just drop them If you have any questions or want more information, feel free to drop them. If you have any questions, just feel free to drop them in the comments, and I'll respond to those as I get them. And if there's any other topics that you guys would like to see us talk about, feel free to leave those as well. Give us some ideas. And I hope to see you guys again. Bye.